going on, people? Ron here with you know what it is. Anyway, I wanted to do an update. It's been 2 days since I've had the Procharger, and I feel like a little kid in a candy store, and I can have any candy I want at any time I want. Remember when you got your car, whatever car it is, the very first time you got it, and you went out, you were driving, and you just couldn't get off the accelerator. You just had, anybody that came up next to you, you just had to hit that gas because you wanted to feel that power or whatever. I'm experiencing that all over again with the Procharger, and it was really, so far it's been a great experience, but it's only been 2 days. But I told you guys and girls that I would do updates constantly to let you know how everything's going. So, real quick, I've been sitting here idling for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. So I want to show you what my coolant temp is like. That's it. 185 straight across the board. Okay. Intake air is up to around 127. The ambient exterior air is at, if you can see that, 87 degrees right now. Trans temp 195. Now the intake air comes down drastically when I start driving, obviously. But the coolant temp stays from between 185 and 195. Once it hits 195, Josh has the fan settings set to come on, and then it'll go right back down. So really like that. Here's the Diablo Trinity 2, the DiabloSport Trinity 2 that I got with this install. Not liking this thing at all. It's real buggy. The firmware sucks. It freezes up on me all the time. And it's real easy to operate. I just don't understand a lot of it yet. So all you got to do is swipe to change the screens. Or if you want to swipe down. Hold on a second. It's not working. Let me go back. Actually, you have to press a little hard. Swipe down. You've got your data logging record button over here on the left-hand side. Sorry that the lighting is poor. And then you have your wallpaper, theme settings, and your layout. Okay? And then it'll go away after a second or two. And when you swipe up, you've got home button, tuning, gauges, hold on, your performance tests. And it'll take a couple seconds to load that. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so you want to do a 0 to 60 test, click that. You can set it up from a stop, drag tree, or from a stop. And then you want to hit start, and that'll turn green, and as soon as you go, it'll start logging. Now, when you click save, more than likely, it'll freeze up, and you'll have to unplug it and plug it back in, because that's one of the bugs right now, and it's a real pain in the ass. So let's go back out and see if it doesn't freeze on me. Oh, wow. Exit. It has not frozen. Amazing. I'm on DiabloSport. Get your shit together and release another update to fix that. So, I took... This is the... let me put this... Oh, first let me show you where I wired it. So I ran the cable from the back. It's kind of thick. Tucked it in the corner here. Ran it down. I ran it in the center of the steering wheel shroud. And then it goes down and it's right in. It's kind of out of sight. So that's where I have it wired. I'm trying to make this update actually really quick. I got a quick start guide for it that pretty easy. What else? Oh. This was the mount that they gave me. This is the mount that comes with it. This mount stinks. I'm sorry. I mean, it's nice. The quality is awesome, but it's too small. I mean, I don't want the damn thing sitting way up high on the windshield. I would like more flexibility with it, and I would like more options. So I made one. If you screw the back off of this thing like that, pull it apart, that little ball right there is pretty much the standard size on all your window suction cup mounts. Okay, so real easy. Just click it in and screw it on. Notice that I don't have the Diablo mount on here. This came with the mount that I bought off of Amazon that I use for both my phone and now I'm using for the Diablo, which I'll take the camera off one more time to show you. That mount right there. There's a link in the description of this video if you would like one. They're fairly cheap. They are awesome. They never pop off the window, at least they haven't for me. And it's because you got this support piece that you could slide up and along the arm. The arm is bendable, very solid. Oh, look at this. An error has occurred. Please reset your tool. Okay, reset. You got to see that firsthand. It just popped up an error. So I'm using this. I got it off of Amazon. I actually have one over here for my phone. I love this thing. Thing has been very durable, and it's long and flexible, and you know what? You can actually find a lot of spots for this darn thing. In the description of this video, there's a link for that. Other than that, I've had no issues. I've been just driving around in all different temperature. I did a 0 to 60 test in the corner of your screen. You could see it was 3.5. I'm happy, but I'm not happy with that. It was 60 degrees, it was 59 degrees, mild humidity. We had a slight negative DA of 800 something. I'll show you a screenshot of that in the corner of your screen. I had done 2 tests the other day. The first one I did, we were at a positive DA of about 900, and it was a 3.7. Was definitely not happy with that. I waited until it got colder or cooler out, and at 59 degrees, with a slight negative DA, I ran a 3.5, 0 to 60, excuse me. Still not happy with that, because when I first bought the Jeep and it was stock, and I was testing it in those similar temps, I wasn't getting the 0 to 60 that everybody else was. So when it got cold out, when 40 degree temps rolled around, and the DA dropped into like negative 2,000 range, then I dropped my 0 to 60 way down to a 4.1 on the EVIC. That's probably a 4.0 at the track, but because the EVIC always rounds up. It doesn't matter. If you run a 13.042 at the quarter mile, it'll round it up to a 13.1 in the EVIC. So 3.5 could be 3.4.5, who knows. I'm happy with it, 3.5, but definitely have some room for improvement. Other than that, I think that's my only update so far. Like I said, it's only been 2 days, but I promised you guys and girls that I would constantly come on here and talk about it, any little problems. And I'm sitting here in 87 degree temperature, idling, just perfect idle. I got a full tank of gas, 185 degrees, still sitting there standard. Intake air went up to 129, and it's just running smooth. I really, really want to thank Josh and everybody at HHP for all their work, and just being a world-class organization. I highly recommend them. I know there's other shops out there, but I can't recommend something I've never used. I can only recommend what I have used, and I recommend going to HHP. That's all they do is Hemis, and they make you feel really comfortable there. Like when they bring you in, they answer all your questions, and they never act like you're being annoying. And you guys know how much I can drone on. Look, 8 minutes, and you know how much I love to talk. They never once made me feel like I was bothering them. I even tripped over the wires for Josh's computer, went out of the dyno and into from his laptop and over something. I tripped, when I went over to talk to him, I stepped on something and disconnected something, and that took like 20 minutes to get situated, so they didn't kick me out. I would have kicked myself out. I went to Harbor Freight this afternoon because I had to pick up some supplies. Where my drain is for the Procharger, it's on the wheel, inside the wheel well, so I have to pop the rivets. So I went and got another rivet gun. You can get this Pittsburgh hand rivet with, 40 palm rivets. They got the big ones that you need for your wheel well if you're going to take your bumper off, or if you're just going to pull that shroud back to get in there. This was like 13 bucks at Harbor Freight. What else did I get? Oh, the quickest way to break the rivets is to get yourself a utility knife like that, and when you line up the knife on top, grab a little hammer or something and just pop it right off. I think we showed you how to do that before, but I'm having. But other than that, enjoying it. So you guys and girls, it's Friday. Please be safe. Stay tuned. I'll be announcing another monthly giveaway for June in about a week. I think it's just going to be cash. I might do a couple $100, $300, $400. I don't know yet. I have to go mail some stuff today. I have to go mail the last month's stuff. So that's it. Everybody be safe, and I'm out, all right?